A lot of people are getting their MMARs from the federal government now. The people like me who haven't been able to find a new doctor because I keep asking for it still have been denied access. You have to have a doctor willing to, and like if I was still on Salt Spring with my old doctors, I'd be able to get it signed. But the courts have said that we're doing the job that the government should be doing, and that it shouldn't be up to the doctors to say who does and doesn't have access. It's our constitutional right to have access to this medicine, whether our doctors are in agreement with it or not. So I just like to quickly read this to you because it's really important to me. It's one of the things that I work hard all year for. And it says, International Medical Marijuana Day, whereas the City of Victoria passed a resolution on April 18th for the first time in 2002. Ted has been getting these, declaring that the federal laws regarding cannabis need to be changed, especially for people with incurable medical conditions. Whereas the federal Whereas the Federal Senate Committee on Illegal Drugs released a report on cannabis in September 2002, recommending a legal framework for the production and sale of cannabis, and that Health Canada should begin working directly with established medical marijuana clubs. And whereas Health Canada has been forced by the courts to start a legal process for the cultivation and use of cannabis as medicine by people with various medical problems. And whereas the courts have recognized many existing medical cannabis groups as being valid and important components in the country's current harm reduction strategy. And whereas the City of Victoria sent a letter on behalf of its citizens on March 20th, 2006, that Health Canada's medical marijuana access regulations are inadequate, and as a result, many Canadians will continue to suffer the debilitating effects of their illnesses without the benefit of legal, effective pain management techniques. Now, therefore, I do hereby proclaim the day of November 15th, 2010 as International Medical Marijuana Day in the City of Victoria, capital city of the province of British Columbia, and encourage everyone to act with tolerance, compassion, and understanding towards individuals who need cannabis to relieve their pain and symptoms and permanent medical problems. Woo! And it just makes me so proud. I've never met anybody in my life who has fought so hard for people who are incapable of fighting for themselves. To stand up and challenge the city to take these steps. I don't know of any other clubs that have one of these from their city. I know we've encouraged the Green Cross. They're trying their hardest to get something like that, and their club is becoming close to being licensed by the city. But as far as I don't know of any other clubs that get something like that. And it's just a reflection of the whole club. You can watch people come through the door and they'll be stiff and you can tell in pain and nervous, and it's just walking through the door you can see them relax and a smile will come over their face, and you can hear them say things like, oh wow, I made it, and I'm glad I'm home, and it's good to be with friends. And it's just you hear things like this all day long. And like I say, the smoking room that we have, you can hear people helping each other with their problems all day long. It's just a support system like I've never heard before, and sitting in the room today is just amazing with all of these. This is just what it's like walking into our club. You can have all of these signs plastered, all of it. And the biggest thing is the ability to stand by what you believe in, no matter what. That to me is what has carried me the furthest in everything that I've done. It was quite ironic when I first joined the club. Like I said, I was homeless. I was actively trying to get myself busted so I at least have 3 meals a day and a one place to stay at night. And I turned this one little cafe down by the law courts into my own Amsterdam cafe, because I knew that's where all the lawyers and the judges went for lunch. So about lunchtime I'd go and smoke my joint on the sidewalk, and there would never be a cop around, never. It was so funny. So I had to quit doing that once I started working with the club. But, had to change a lot of things. I used to come up and sell cookies to the university kids too, which Hempologies, but I had to quit doing that when I started looking right after them too. So this shirt is one of the first t-shirts that we made. It's from our court cases of the first cookie trial, and we were really proud of this, and on several occasions I was told to cover it up when we went to court, and until I just said, I guess they must have got tired of telling me to, it was a rotten plan, because I finally just wore this t-shirt as I told them I was going to just take it off, and it was the only day I didn't wear another shirt underneath it. It was the first time that they didn't tell me to take it off or cover it up. Just like, oh. Court's lots of fun for cookies, and we have to go through we're just starting another cookie trial. I'm sure you probably heard us talk a lot about it already, so I don't want to say too much about it, except we're gearing up and having a lot of fundraising parties, and the first one is the New Moon Party on Sunday night. We're renting the Sunset Room, so that should be lots of fun, and then we're having a solstice dance as well. Okay, so winter solstice as well. So we will be doing all sorts of fundraising projects, because, and that's the main reason why I don't agree with Health Canada's programs and why I work so hard at work, is because even if you have access to legal pot through Health Canada, you're still not allowed to make cookies. And it's the edible and the topical products that are amazing medicine. Smoking cannabis does a lot, and it does alleviate a lot of medical problems, and over time helps a lot of conditions. But when you start eating it and applying it to your skin, is when your body really uses it as medicine. That's how I didn't even know it at the time. When I was eating cannabis all the time for my liver, I just knew that it was the only thing that I could eat that stopped my nausea, killed my pain, and let me keep something down at the same time. But when you ingest cannabis, it actually stimulates your liver. It creates an enzyme to heal itself. So, and over years, science has proven this, all these things. So, another thing that has been amazing with the club is we've started doing deliveries, and I've been privileged enough to help a lot with those. So it's really one of my favorite parts of work is doing home sign-ups when you get to go to people's homes. It's like the most personal thing somebody could ever share with you when they invite you into their home and share their lives with you like that. and people are very attentive and